Good morning, America. This is Dr. Turi. Today we are April 14th, 2019, and there are quite a lot of interesting news to talk about today. As far as the title is Arizona Woman Wakes Up with British Accent, the Good Draconis Extraterrestrials at Work. That's an interesting title. We'll discuss this phenomenon later on. So let's first remind you guys that the SOS to the World Deadly Window is still in action. And it does not only produce the predicted earthquake, but also tornado. And sudden enough, we all know what's happening as we are talking right now. There is a tornado slammed in the south that killed 4 people, and this threat is expanding, going north. So that makes, like, I don't know, 90 million people at risk to suffer this SOS to the World Deadly Window, which is all about the beginning or ending of important phases of life. Now, believe me, excuse me, my allergy again. Once these tornadoes touch down and they're done with, a lot of people are forced into a new life, into relocation. Same apply with larger earthquakes or tsunami for that matter. So be aware that somewhere, somehow, you will be touched by the beginning or ending of important phases of life. Again, I have to repeat myself for those who just landed on this video and never watched any of my videos before. This beginning or ending type of window took my mother, which I predicted, and of course, during that specific window, David Icke was banned. Didn't get his visa to go to Australia. That pissed off hundreds of thousands of people that listened to his junk, literally. But that is my views. Unless you read or listen to other videos, you would know and understand that the moon is not hollow, okay? And people don't transform into lizards. It's a long story. There is variety, different groups of extraterrestrials. Names are yours to choose from. There are plenty names to qualify those guys, but there is only the good one and the bad one, okay? The reptilians, the falling angels, and the Draconis, which are really, really positive. They are the gardeners of this world, and they stimulate humanity psychically from distance to create beautiful things. And in fact, there is a lot to do with them and this Arizona woman that we'll discuss later on. Now, there is also in the news parents that expected their baby Rosie to be a girl, but they quickly realized that this child was intersex. I mean, this is another new name created by the scientific community to qualify something they don't understand. Or they will find their explanation rational and logical, plausible. There's no doubt about it. But it comes down to the reptilians infecting the womb, abducting the young mother, or use legal or illegal drugs, party too much, get drunk, get raped. God knows what happened to that young mother, which wants to have a good time. And next thing you know, they get into a fetus, they manipulate the genes, and there you go. Autism, Down syndromes, gays, lesbian, or intersex, another qualification to the damage those nasty entities are inflicting upon humans. The idea, of course, as mentioned a few times in many of my radio shows, is to have a society largely made of gays and lesbians because they do not duplicate themselves. They do not procreate. They cannot have children. And that's the idea. Of course, there is many ways to go against that limitation by getting implants from human into the fetus of one of the female, or getting an opportunity to a child who has no parents to be adopted. So there is many, many ways, many, many reasons to what's happening. Okay, so again, in the newsletter, I tend to give much more details. So once you're done listening to this video, click on the provided link, as always, Okay, and read the rest of the story. Let's talk about this lady now. U.S. lottery winner sues sons for mismanaging fortune. Jesus, 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 sweet Jesus. How is that possible? Greed. I mean, 400 millions once you take the tax, whatever it is, 200 million maybe or more. What if her son lost 10 millions? I mean, I just want to mention how important greed and power mixed with ego can make people, or a beautiful, loving mother turning against her own son. Jesus, she's not a young lady. She would never have time to burn all this money. Okay. Man, if I had this type of money, my God, I would make so many people happy. I would build up a radio station, a TV station, whatever it is, so I can pass on my information for free again to the people. This is me. This is me. And the reptilians are not going to make me or anybody who supported would invest in me to win the lottery, because they are running the show. They give money to losers, to idiots, to greedy, unconscious humans, so that they can, with all this money, induce more chaos, more disagreement, and legal justice, if not killing for that matter. People would kill you for $1. Imagine 400 million. This is just insane. As far as I'm concerned, how is she going to burn all the rest of the money with the life that she has left? She's probably going to ask to be buried with it. Oh, what a young world we have lived on. I don't know, people. It's just too much. All right. Well, that led me to remember, and that what produced a lot of sparks between David Icke and I when he was asking all these people to pitch for his divorce. I said, "What the hell, David? Not up, man. Not up. I've been divorced too. I paid for it. I never asked my supporters to pay for it." That's to tell you what greed and power is all about. This guy is so freaking greedy, he's insane. And now that he built his own, the tower of lie and deception, can you believe the moon is hollow? People turn into lizards. Bunch of idiots out there actually believe it. I mean, you would have to pay me to be that stupid. That tells you what greed and power does. And that's why my predictions about President Trump, who doesn't smoke or drink, who seems to have perfect health, whatever it is, he's extraordinarily greedy and he's in demand of so much more power. And that's what's going to bring him down. Well, another one, Bed Bath & Beyond expects to close more than 40 stores. Again, if you put your hand on my 2019 Nostradamus Dragon forecast, personal universal, you would not be surprised by saying all these big, huge corporations going belly up. 2019, the reptilians are against anybody that has name, power, anybody that works for the government or is into the government and all those corporations. I don't know how many of you remember when I was on George Noriega and I predicted the complete restructure of the real estate in 2008, something like that, where all the banks were giving money to everybody and everything went berserk. And of course, the poor people paid the price and they lost their houses. Well, it's the same, but it's different. It's the rich are going to pay the price and we, the people, are going to survive the damage, so to speak. So it's a very interesting situation. And again, in reference to the beginning or ending, important phases of life. So it's done. My house is now for sale. It's not every day that somebody put his house for sale. So there is a new life starting for me somewhere, somehow. Maybe, going fishing in Florida, you pack it all up, because it doesn't matter how much I'm trying to. I don't get the help I need to reach more people and do a good job out there. Another beginning or ending of important phases of life that cannot be missed, especially by the conservative, is that Colorado become the 15th state to enact the red flag law about gun. Finally, they're not going to give a gun to crazy people. When they said you have the right to bear arms, those guys in the old days, what they had in mind is, this is what they had in mind. That's what they had in mind. No, this and kill everybody. So at least be decent. Okay, do not allow those infected reptilious idiots out there that regenerate by killing. That's why they join ISIS, is part of their UCI, to be born murderer, to be born criminals. Do not give those people the option to have the reptilious who led the mind of those scientists to make those weapons of mass destruction. And don't give that opportunity to these crazy people to kill more of your people. That's how I feel. Doesn't mean that anybody's going to take away my guns. Okay, no. I am definitely for the First and the Second Amendment, big time. Nobody's going to take my guns away, because by the time the police is here, me or my wife be dead. Okay, and nobody's going to hurt me or my wife. And my gun in my house, loaded, ready for anybody who is not invited. Put it this way. Okay, so what I'm trying to do here, you need to have kind of a critical thinking when it comes to dealing with the reptilious toys, and they are all deadly, so don't give it out there. As far as earthquake is concerned, I think today we have had a 5.5 in Hawaii, but I was dead on again. We had a 6.8 on the exact date of April 12 that I gave, I think, on George Norrie or various radio shows, and a 6.1 the day before. So it's there. Remember, this Windows has produced earthquakes, but also tornado. I repeat myself, and be ready for the next one. It'll be a plutonic window. It'll be really, really bad. When this window is up and done with, I will put the other one on the top and then keep doing what I do. Let's talk about another thing here, which has made the news. A rare bird attacks and kills a Florida man. Again, the reptilians will use those windows to stimulate animals and make them really, really aggressive. This is why you have elephants that stumble and crashes their dresses. This is why you have lions and tiger and circus that kill their trainers. This is why you have dogs in the street that bound together and kill an 85-year-old lady. A bunch of German shepherds did that. This is why a pit bull going completely insane, because they are definitely infected by the reptilians and manipulated by the reptilians. People were bred to kill by some idiots, infected idiots who wanted to make money, greed, and entertain a bunch of other idiots. So be aware that there are no accidents to happen. All right, I kept the best for the last. A woman in Arizona had to walk up with a British accent. What is going on here? Remember, the reptilians have to use specific unique window to come in this dense physical world, because they're prone to also die. Okay, and then enter this dense physical world and do a sort of abduction to mess up the fetus of young women, turn them into gay, lesbian, all sorts of problems. Okay, we discussed that in previous videos. If you did not listen or watch it, do this. It's very important. You're going to learn something. But in that case, the Draconis are much more advanced. They don't have to do anything physical. They do it with the brain. Okay? They stimulate people to be positive, to create new technology, to do beautiful things. And in that case, they went into that lady's mind and then kind of a switch, connect something from her previous past life. What are the Draconis trying to do here is to make those educated idiots aware that past lives are real. There have been people, every one of you have been living countless lives, not only in this dense physical world, and you're going to be there forever. It's a long story that I cannot even approach just yet, okay? And you can hit me, ask me questions, okay? Email, obviously. So what I'm trying to say is, they will find excuse, oh, it's because of this, or it's because of that. They will have all the medical answers for you to why this lady wake up and start to speak a foreign language or gain a British accent. Oh my God. The Draconis are not allowed to interfere with the human race. The reptilians or outlaws do it all the time. So the only way they can stimulate the doctor, educated experts, to scratch their head, oh, what is this? Is by making them aware that past life residue are very real. And you carry with you the residue of your past life and the trauma involving all those past life, as explained in previous video with this lady who was afraid of snakes, but another one who, I mean, it's ridiculous. And they come up with explanation that makes absolutely no sense because they are not trained to dwell into the archetypal realm of supracosmic consciousness. They are trained to ridicule astrology or fear astrology if they are religious fanatics. And then here you are, being challenged by Dr. Turi, trying to give some rational, some logic, help you to apply your critical thinking by also handling the high forces of metaphysics and trying to explain how God cosmic divinity works through the sign, which I translate for you every single day. And you cannot deny it when I give you a specific date and the freaking 6.8 happened on the same day. And I did it over and over and over and over again. I will keep doing it forever. Does it mean those scientists, those experts are going to knock at my door and try to find out a little bit more? No. Bunch of idiots. This is how it is. My friends, again, I'm getting passionate. I'm giving you some information that will challenge your brain, get you out of the box you fell in if you are a conspiracy victim of David Icke, or if you believe the moon is hollow and all this junk, an extraterrestrial live on the moon or on planet Earth. Jesus. Can't wait to go and do that lecture on that ship. I just can't wait. A lot of people are going to realize that Draco is very real because their life will change soon after that. Now, there is some specific deals involving this UFO conference at sea in October. Jesus, read all the details, okay? And here's the keywords. Yeah, Dr. Turi, *7, that's the keywords. And then this way you can benefit also from some serious discount. All right, guys, this is it for now. So I guess I will talk to you again tomorrow, God willing, of course, God willing. Don't forget to autoanalyze yourself. Okay, what happened to you? Is it the beginning or the end of important phases of life? To me, it is. To me, it is big time. Selling my house. Today, the guy came and fixed my garage door. Yeah, I don't have to worry anymore about going up and down and this down and this for my car. I will do it again. Okay, so it's a new beginning. What else? The termite guys are already coming tomorrow. Sign a contract with him, so they're gonna clean the house. You know how it is. I got a bunch of little things to do. But at my age, at 69, I'm gonna tell you what, I don't want no houses anymore. Too much headache. No, that's why people downsize. When I was younger, I wanted to have a huge house, a big pool with a 5-bedroom and 2 garage, 2 fireplace, and all the shit that I have around me. To take care of it is not easy. No, I want to go fishing. All right, one of these days I might just completely, entirely disappear. Well, until then, talk to you guys. Hey, make it a good day. I will. Bye-bye.